Alright, Capers 32, Episode 8. This one really isn't about much at all. I just wrote out some bars that I thought were funny. Trying to stay goofy with it, lighthearted and whatnot. This beat is actually a different version of an old song I did called Nightly Routine with the Cold Cut Trio back on an album called The Greatest Thing That Never Happened. Go check it out on coldcuts.bandcamp.com.
I used to have a black cat named Paul Rudd. He was all hood, it was all good. Till a possum clapped on him, had him all shook. Rest in peace of Paul Rudd, he did what a dog could. Look, I'm on Twitter reading negative mentions. Fuck these keyboard gangsters and their hateful intentions. So don't step, brother, I'm in your face with a weapon. To watch me raise a couple 40s like Dale and Brennan. She's a pale complexion, sunshine and a drink. I'm the center of the universe, I'll give her vitamin D. Yeah, you'll get it if you're bright, nobody higher than me. When I'm rolling on the blunt route, I drive with my knee. I got fronted the 8th, I haven't paid back. I smoked the whole bag in only 2 days past. My girl wants me to pay half on a fake rack. So Christmas time I'm in your window like a leg lamp. A razor for a tongue, I'll cut your soul fillet. Did roast cats wrapped in foil over an open flame. I wanna join a club, but I don't know the shake. I really want this red fez that says potentate. Drove some weight over states and made a million pennies. Drank most of it away and bought a shitty Chevy. Closed my eyes, dove inside this oversized, thick and ready. I think I might have even cream pied Little Debbie. Fuck it, they ain't ready, let me shit talk. I pull my weight and yours, you're in my rickshaw. And you'll forget chunks of time after your chin clock. Move these hands across your face like a wristwatch. Hip-hop podcast, new track every week. Writing, recording, uploading, promoting, I barely sleep. Plus a full-time job, no excuses, motivation. Having fun since I quit trying to quote-unquote make it.
Every time I come around, shut it down, then leave. Teepa's got the chick with the hoogie and the weave. I got the bitch with the quadruple D's. And Caper's got the bitch with the fucked up hair and the puke on her sleeve.
Capers 32, Episode 8. That little sample you heard at the end there was Mike Morton, Pint Man. Shout out to him. Giving me a little shot in an old track we called Nightly Routine that's on The Greatest Thing That Never Happened. Cold Cut Trio, the first album. So go check that out on thecoldcuts.bandcamp.com. This week I chose that beat was an alternate beat for that song, so I chose to use that. I was flipping around some old beats, and I thought it sounded great, and I had some bars in my head. I wanted to do something goofy with the bars this week, so I decided to just right off the gate rapping about my old cat named Paul Rudd. I'll probably try and throw a clip of him in this video, or at least a still shot. I actually have a picture of him framed in the new Quiet Room studio where we're recording the podcast section. Still recording the bars over at North Village Recording. Shout out to Tim Hansen. He's on fire! So I went goofy with the bars this week. I had some Step Brother references. I did a sun scheme, which scheming is a whole different thing. If you're not into the world of battle rap, you might not know too much about it, but it's like associative word bars, basically. Did some dumb shit, the leg lamp reference, some clever comparison type shit, blah, blah, blah. Oversized, thick and ready. I think I might have even cream pied Little Debbie. That's probably the highlight bar for me on this one as far as the bars go. But enough about the bars. Really quick, I'm going to plug a date I got coming up, and then I'm going to play a crazy conversation. Stick around for these conversations, guys. But Columbia, Missouri, March 18th at the Social Room. It's Triple Crown, Dr. Awkward, Dallas, Blake Gardner, and the Farmers, and myself. We're raising money for the V Foundation for Cancer Research. It's only $5 to get in, and that goes to the V Foundation for Cancer Research. So we're trying to raise money for a good cause. Friday, March 18th. So make sure you come down for that live show. Going to be tons of people there. That's a great place. But on to these conversations. On Friday night, I had a couple of people come over. Me and Derek and Goody sat down and recorded about an hour of just us bullshitting. So did me and Louie and Goody. So it was 2 different sessions. We recorded for an hour with each section, and I narrowed it down to like the smallest sections. It's like literally only like about 10 minutes all together that I got out of these 2 hours of conversations that we had. So stick around for that. They're fucking hilarious. So please listen. I'm going to get out of here though. I'm going to do a little remix spin on the routine going into it. Capers 32, episode 8. Thanks for listening, and keep listening to the rest of this. You will not regret it. It's fucking hilarious.
Put a little remix spin on the routine. Smoke tree, wake up, go to sleep, miss work, drink, half smoke, had to switch the verse. Second time around, but it's still the same shit. Cold cuts in the house, making blonde, slapping tits. Smoke tree, wake up, go to sleep.
What happened with you and Gershon Mosley?
Derek can probably tell the story better than I can.
I don't even fucking know what happened, honestly.
All right, well, what happened was I went up to him.
What was your interpretation of it?
I was on the deck of the...
Were you hammered?
Yeah, of course. I was on the deck of...
Wait, before we get into it, how many beers deep were you? Hard liquor, just beer? How many beers?
There's probably a mix of both, knowing this.
Some
dude.
weed, too?
Probably a lot of what you're saying.
All right.
I'm drunk. I go up on the deck, and he's standing there about to skate. And I'm like, dude, do a flying Yoshi.
Oh, this is that story. Oh, didn't he tell you to do it?
And he goes, excuse me? And I go, your $1,000 trick, man, do it. He got pissed.
Sure he did, dude.
He was like, excuse me? I was like, yeah, man. I was like, can you do it on this rampy thing? And he was just like, he wasn't having it. And he got super super duper deep, like, what do I owe you, man? What have you ever done for me, man? What do I owe you? He's like, I don't even know you, man. He's like, if you don't know what's wrong with you right now as a grown man, he's like, then you have a problem, bro. And I'm like, man, and I told him straight up, I was hammered. I'm like, I go, dude, I'm really sorry I offended you, dude. I'm like, I'm just a really big fan, and I'm just, fanning out like hard, like I'm sorry. And he's like, I don't understand you. What do I owe you? And I'm like, dude, I don't. Yeah. I'm like,
dude. First time I met him, I did have him. All right, so
dude,
I don't do.
I'm sorry. So we're kind of just arguing back and forth, and then I remember Shane being like, Goody, no, man, and I was like, what? I ain't doing anything. Like, to me, it wasn't like even a thing, man. But he got super deep with it, got real pissed.
So how long did that actually go on? And did he end up apologizing, or like did you end up like coming to some
Felt
sort
like
of
he was like kind of
reconciliation,
disappointed at me and didn't want to fuck with me ever again near the end of the night. And then in the morning, I kind of was like,
what do you mean in the morning?
In the morning, I woke up and I was like, I felt that dude kind of like went a little bit crazy last night. I mean,
okay, I thought you
What,
meant
were you
like,
did you crash with the same spot as him or something?
is that what you mean?
no, I'm just talking about. But before I left,
That's what I thought too. I was like,
no,
oh
before
shit.
I left, he was sitting at the picnic table. There's picnic tables behind the shop.
The ramp at Parkside.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, I'm sorry if I offended you earlier. I'm drunk and I just was like joking around. Like he didn't take it as a joke.
What happened then? How was his reaction then?
He gave me the pound and he was like, it's okay, don't worry about it. And he kind of like,
well, that's all that matters. Right?
No, that's cool. But like, I mean, I still felt that he went a little crazy. Like, yeah, I was being a dick, but I wasn't like, do it now. Like, I was like Surfer, bro. Like, dude, you're flying Yoshi. Like that type of shit. It wasn't like, dude, do it. I want to see it. Like, I was like,
I'm sure that's the way he.
no, I wasn't like put on a clown costume and perform for me. I was like, it was a fucking joke. What'd you do with my chips, bro? That wasn't cool.
Okay. No eating in this room. Let's talk about that.
I wasn't trying to disrespect you or even argue with you.
Don't gotta yell.
I wasn't trying to even do that. But you're like, this is my house. And I'm like,
because I knew that you.
I got it, bro.
I saw the road you were going
down.
down. I saw the road you were going down, and I knew that it was going to be an argument filled with illogical statements.
Not to be a prick and call you out, but Derek is drinking a beer and you're drinking a soda that has sticky sugar in it.
Okay, that's not food. It's not
what's wrong
food.
What's wrong
Soda
with me
is
munching
different.
on chips?
That's totally different. And plus,
You know
it
what?
doesn't
I'm
have
just gonna.
okay.
You know what? I'm just gonna.
He's
You
having
know
a
what?
beer and he's an adult. I respect that he's going to not drop that. I trust him, even though I'm like,
I think
okay,
you have too
open
much
container.
faith.
It's because of the wax incident in it.
This has a lid
The
on
wax
it for
incident.
one. Okay.
The chips are dry with the seasoning on them. I was just
The
eating them.
seasoning
And
definitely. I don't have a vacuum yet, dog. I just moved into this place. I gotta when I get a vacuum, man. I won't. I still probably won't let you eat chips.
No chips in here.
Man, more importantly,
it's not a big deal. I was just.
okay. Hey, how about this? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry I
You
yelled
kinda
at you.
snapped at me for
sorry I
chips
yelled at
about
you.
chips.
No, it was about.
And then he took the bag
it wasn't
away
about
like an
chips.
upset father.
Well, he set it on the floor.
I curled them up like every normal person does.
You barely rolled them up with the open flap facing down. I remember picking them up.
The open flap was facing down. That was the deal.
The chips were all at the bottom of the bag. They weren't going to come out.
It was folded with the bottom part.
It was folded with the
At the
carelessness
top
of a 5-year-old.
The weight of the
boy.
bag was keeping it in place. It was totally fine.
And this is why I didn't snap. But I
He very calmly picked them up and took them in the other room.
though.
He goes-
I knew that I would go down this road with you.
he goes-
I know I would go down this road that I'm going down with you right now.
I mean, look how
where
much
it's-
time we're spending on the fact that he can't eat his chips while we do this.
And that's another thing.
Who wants
You're
to
on
hear
microphone
Dude,
eating
my
chips.
favorite sound is people chewing in my ear. Second favorite sound, barely audible music, like people walking around with cell phones in their pockets
Right.
playing their music. You know what my favorite volume is? Where I'm like, is there music playing? You know, that's where I want it to be. You know,
And that's perfect right there. But Goody, I'm sorry I snapped at you, man. If I don't call that a snap, but I'm sorry I raised my voice at you. I just didn't want. I already made a decision. I'm not having food in this room.
I already called my mom.
Do you guys want to call somebody up?
call someone. What we're gonna.
Motel, may I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for a room. I was wondering your rates.
I have only doubles open, that's all I have, and it will be $54.95 plus tax.
What time is checkout?
11.
Yeah, so it's like about 12 hours in there. Do you think I can get like a room per hour? If you break it down, it'd probably be like roughly about $10-15 an hour. I'll throw in $20 an hour just to give you a little tip on top.
It's all illegal, sir. We cannot do it.
But I just got my cousin and we want to get away from our family and, you know,
Okay, yeah.
we got to relieve some stress.
Right, we cannot do it.
It's my female cousin.
Okay.
It's nothing weird.
Right.
So can I pay cash?
Yeah, you can pay cash.
Okay. And I wouldn't have to like leave my ID because our family kind of suspects that me and her have been up to something.
We have to have
But
your ID, you know. Okay.
Yeah, I can give you an ID.
Okay.
But if her yeah. It's just me and my cousin.
Yeah.
And we just need a place where I guess I could just pay for the whole night, I guess, and just leave early. You wouldn't care if I just left early, right?
No, we don't care.
You're probably gonna want to leave some extra towels and
We don't do extra towels or anything. Whatever is in the room, you can use it.
do you have any like razors? Because I haven't trimmed in a while. No razors.
No.
Maybe do you have a shampoo or anything or soap?
Shampoo, soap, yeah.
Because I don't want to go to the store and have to get some of that.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the closest store around there?
There is one convenience store.
You got any? Is there a liquor store around there that has ice?
Yeah.
Or wait, do you have ice?
Yes, we do.
Oh, perfect. I could just put some of that in the sink. Okay, yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So how much? 55 you said, or 50?
$54.95 plus tax, 61 and 13 cents.
Okay, I think I'm gonna come down there with my cousin and get real drunk.
Okay.
I haven't seen her in a while. She's outside smoking a cigarette right now. We just got done hanging out. I'll be down there soon, okay?
Okay.
All right, thanks, man. You're helping me out. You're helping me seal the deal here. You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah.
All right.
That was good, man. He's like, it's a male, it's female. It's not
It's like
weird.
you're really helping me seal the deal. You know what I mean?
Have your kids got you laid?
My kids have got me laid.
Let's hear about this.
Check this out. I got a couple good ones. So, like, let's say it's really good because when you're a divorced single dad,
Right.
kids help you out a lot when you have them because it makes you look nice and vulnerable, and
Right.
you know they like that shit.
Single dad, they're like,
Right.
holy shit, look at him.
Exactly. And then you throw in, when you get to talk to them and stuff like that, you get to throw in the how much their mom fucked you over story on top of being the single. Yeah, the sympathy
Because they can come
rub.
in and save everything.
I mean,
But you don't play it too hard though.
No,
right?
no. You just make sure to give a couple of like sad looks, like you look away in the distance kind of thing, and you get lost for
Like
a second on the hurt.
Like a 3% dose of that maybe.
Yeah, like you tell them a really sad part, and then you're just like, and then
Dude, you could play this. You need to take lessons, Goody.
Dude, I
You
do
need
not
taking
need
lessons right now.
Lewis, believe me.
I mean,
No, I mean on the. Okay, so keep going.
And-
Keep
and
going,
you
'cause
you
we're talking
tell
about a
them-
story that worked. Here,
yeah, you
okay?
tell them, you're just like, yeah, so she did that, and it was just pretty tough. And then you just kind of like you just
And then
stare.
that's it, though.
You stare. You just stare.
That's it.
Yeah, you stare, and then you
So-
catch them looking at you like.
Tell me about the follow through though.
Well, the follow through has to do with like, so what do you
When it went down. When it
Yeah.
worked.
Oh, when it went
worked.
down. Well,
when it worked.
That worked a few times.
Okay.
So you go like
Did you, like. Okay, I guess I'm asking like. Do you ask them out for coffee? Do you?
yeah, you ask them out for coffee. You
Lewis
ask them,
loves coffee.
yeah.
Is it like a working like? Hey, you want to meet at the gym? You go do gym?
Yeah,
shit since you're
exactly.
in
It's like
karate?
it's like, oh hey, I'm gonna go get some drinks later and stuff like. Oh yeah, really? Yeah.
Okay, so pick out a story in your mind that worked, and I'm just gonna ask you questions about that particular one.
okay.
Where was it at? Like, what was the first setting outside of the karate school?
Of banging a karate mom.
Yeah, the first setting outside of the school.
Let me see. It was probably at Truman's
Okay,
because it's close by there. So we went there.
so it was after a night, or you met up later.
Later, a different time. Like I would,
Down the
I went, yeah. And we
Okay.
both lived around there. And we went
So that's
there.
perfect. That's
Yeah.
And how old was she?
Exactly. She was like, damn, she was a cougar.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was like the classic, like, oh, let's go out for drinks, and then we fuck.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
just that simple.
It's just it happened. Yeah, because like
Nice.
they.
In the car, or did you get?
I
back?
did bang one chick in the car across the street from Addison's in the parking lot.
Damn, that
was
dude,
awesome.
I could see that parking lot being for sure going down spot.
I got head in that parking lot.
Did you? We're almost like Eskimo brothers.
You're like area brothers.
Dude on the beach cruiser, come up, I'll tuck mine in. Who really wanna get a bitch from the bar to the car? Take her home. If she shows me those papers from the clinic, we can bone. I rock throwback 98 Air Max and I rap like a genius. Meet a bitch at the bar, got my dick in the purse while she listens to the remix. Roll a blunt and it must have been the worst thing. Getting my dick sucked up, didn't know her first name. After the yep, then hit the back.
I wonder if she knew what post op was.
That's what I'm. Yeah, I should have asked her.
You were like, it's fucking post op, right, lady? She was like, okay, all right.
Next time we could go the other route and I could just be really butch. Be like, yeah, I'm totally post up. I'm ready to try out my
you're
junk.
right.
I'm ready to try it out. Give it a good go.
Give it a good go. I got a
know?
deep one.
Yeah, I got a deep
I asked
one.
for a deep one.
Yeah, I got.
Because I hang out with big guys.
You hang
All
out
my
with
friends are big guys.
Yeah,
In
I
locker
got it.
rooms, I'm like, hey, I want to hang out with my friends and be like, hey, fuck my whole friends.
Yeah, fuck my hole. Hey, look at this right here, Salvador. Look at this. Look at this.
You see this?
Look at this. Don't be scared.
Look,
It's
look
all
how
right.
small this clit is.
Yeah,
Look how pretty this little clit is.
Right, it goes deep. It goes really deep.
Look how natural this labia
Yeah.
looks.
Look at it. It flaps.
I'm totally lost.
It flaps. It's mud flaps.
Like really burly dudes that get sex changes into chicks, but they stay burly.
But they stay burly dudes.
like, why? Let's go bowling.
Oh my god, look that up. It's got to be a thing.
That's
That has got to be a thing.
Why?
Goodrick, look it up.
I mean, everything's a thing these
Yeah.
days,
I don't
man.
want to look that up.
Come on, dude. It's just
I don't want to have that on my phone.
Goody, come on.
You can erase it,
Goody,
man.
You're the Google guy.
You're
Why
the
I gotta be
Google
looking at
guy.
Tranny male like bodybuilders and shit.
it's not just body. We're talking about burly men.
No, you're talking about tranny bodybuilding.
Well, no, not bodybuilding. Burly men. Like if you weighed 230 pounds and your beard was thicker, and you had a hairy ass chest, and you were just a burly man, almost like a lumberjack.
Right.
Right. But you decided that you wanted to have a vagina and not have your testicles and penis anymore.
Why would... Okay, let's decide what the decision was for. If Goody was to do this. What would his decision be?
Because he realized that he would never ever score with a woman again in his life.
Unless he was a lesbian?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, dog.
No, let's give him let's give him a different reason. Let's say it's not Goody.
It's not Goody. Okay.
Yes, let's say it's not me.
Alright. Capers 32, episode 8. This one really isn't about much at all. I just read out some bars that I thought were funny. Trying to stay goofy with it, lighthearted and whatnot. This beat is actually a different version of an old song I did called Nightly Routine with the Cold Cut Trio back on an album called The Greatest Thing That Never Happened. Go check it out on coldcuts.bandcamp.com.
I used to have a black cat named Paul Rudd. He was all hood, it was all good. Till a possum clapped on him, had him all shook. Rest in peace in Paul Rudd, he did what a dog could. Look, I'm on Twitter reading negative mentions. Fuck these keyboard gangsters and their hateful intentions. So don't step, brother, I'm in your face with a weapon. To watch me raise a couple 40s like Dale and Brennan. She's a pale complexion, sunshine and a drink. I'm the center of the universe, I'll give her vitamin D. Yeah, you'll get it if you're bright, nobody higher than me. When I'm rolling on the blunt route, I drive with my knee. I got fronted the 8th, I haven't paid back. I smoked the whole bag in only 2 days past. My girl wants me to pay half on a fake rack. So Christmas time, I'm in your window like a leg lamp. A razor for a tongue, I'll cut your soul fillet. Did roast cats wrapped in foil over an open flame. I wanna join a club, but I don't know the shake. I really want this red fez that says potentate. Drove some weight over states and made $1 million pennies. Drank most of it away and bought a shitty Chevy. Closed my eyes, dove inside this oversized, thick and ready. I think I might have even cream pied Little Debbie. Fuck it, they ain't ready, let me shit talk. I pull my weight and yours, you're in my rickshaw. And you'll forget chunks of time after your chin clock. Move these hands across your face like a wristwatch. Hip-hop podcast, new track every week. Writing, recording, uploading, promoting, I barely sleep. Plus a full-time job, no excuses, motivation. Having fun since I quit trying to quote-unquote make it.